I'm not going, I'm staying home on my couch in my kitchen with my groceries and my food and my Postmates and my Grubhub. I'm staying home, I'm a tourist.
VIP and got way too crowded. I'm about to end up calling it night. I hate the club. Since I was a teenager, I think the first club I went to, started clubbing, I was like 17, 18. But very, very sparingly, okay? I only went here and there when my friends would literally drag me out the fucking house to go to the club. And I can't stand the club. I would much rather, as me at this age, even when I was younger, again, I've never enjoyed the club. I'd rather go golfing. I'd rather play tennis. I'd rather play basketball. I'd rather go to the gym. I'd rather go on a run, a hike. I'd rather go camping, but like a glamorous camp, okay? The camping I did last week, a couple weeks ago, back in Santa Rosa with some friends, it was a little caveman like. The problem with the club is that club atmosphere. Like, I like to connect with people, even though I'm introverted. I like to talk. So this past weekend, I'm gonna get to the story a little later on in this video. But I went to a club here, and like the music was blaring so loud, like I could barely hear what was being said to me. Like my friends right here would be next to me or right in front of me, and I'm like, what? Like we got to keep on like don't we got to pretty much be in a shouting match just to be heard and understood and just to carry on a normal conversation in the club, because the music and the club atmosphere, it was packed in there. Everybody like, loud, drunk, drinking, laughing, recording on their phones. Like we couldn't hear each other. The club is not fun to me. It's like it used to be a time. I feel like the club culture has died with my generation. Like I feel like in the early 2000s, the 80s and 90s, like black people specifically, but even all types of people, even white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, if you went to the club, it didn't matter if you was a man or a woman, you knew that you had to dance. It was no, I'm gonna just stay on the wall, sip a little bit and look cute. Like no, like as soon as the song came on, it's like you just lost your inhibitions. You had a couple of drinks in you, or maybe you didn't even have any drinks in you, and you would just get on that damn floor, on the dance floor, and just tear it up. Nowadays, everybody is so social media conscious. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of it too. And I was in the club just now, this past Saturday. I was recording. I was posting on Instagram, taking photos, but we all was doing it. But at the same time, I did dance. I did have a pretty good time. Like I danced, I sung, I was drinking, I was, mingling and mixing it, dipping it, and doing it with the people of the town. But it's like, again, I'd rather do something else. Like, why can't we have? This is what I want. This is what I tell you what I need from y'all. Okay, let's say, like I'm sure, like again, like I live in a small town, a small city in the middle of in New Mexico. Like nobody, we don't have this shit here. But if I was in Atlanta, especially, I'm sure Chicago, back home from Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from. Like let's say like a chill lounge, like for mature adults. Let's say like 25 plus, 30 plus, right? And it's like a jazz bar, and you can order like a little bit of entrees, herbadors, like I think that's how you pronounce it, salad, cafe, coffee, tea, lattes, and you can order drinks, but like you have like background music, like for the weekday, unless they have like somebody special come in to perform, but you just have somebody just beautifully and softly playing piano, jazz music, the saxophone, maybe they're playing even like, I don't know, the harp, like just something like that. But it's like the atmosphere is not like, the music isn't so loud and blaring to where you can't understand a conversation that's being had right beside you or in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that. I'm at the age where I want to sit my ass down. I don't want to smoke hookah. Like hookah is, I mean, every now and then, like once or twice a year, I'll smoke hookah. But other than that, I don't smoke. Okay, I'm barely drinking these days because it's just like it doesn't agree with my palate. And again, I'm just health conscious on my health kick. I'd rather not. Again, I'd rather have a glass of green tea, some juice that I make here at the crib, and like just power up to fuel me up for the day to do work or to work out. That's it. When you think about it, the club has become so toxic. Like you can lose your life in the club. You can become sexually assaulted in the club. You can get harassed. You can get beat up over nothing. Like literally for nothing. Okay, people are just so crazy these days, and it's to the point where people don't know how to enjoy themselves without being violent. And like that's always makes me so sad. Like I remember like just these past few weeks, if you pay attention to Atlanta news, I pay attention to the news all over the country in like major cities. I like to just be informed. And it was a 21-year-old black girl, a young black woman, 21 years old, a college student. She got shot and killed at some club in Atlanta like 2 or 3 weeks ago. She was a volleyball star, athlete. doing good, majoring, she's almost done. She's 21. I think she was like a junior, senior in college. She gets shot at the club. Imagine you go to a place where you're supposed to have fun, you're supposed to enjoy yourself, be social, get your little boo, even if it's a one night stand, but you get shot and killed. And for what? It's so many shootings, like east side of Cleveland. Like if you're from Cleveland or you're from Ohio, you're familiar with Cleveland, Columbus. Like our clubs are a mess. There be shootings all the time. Like I want to go to some place where again you got to be at least 25 and up. Gun, you got to check their ass at the door, both male or female. I don't care for guns and weapons. And like it's just a nice, soft jazz music being played, or like just local artists to give them like support. Maybe on the weekends have like local artists that they want to play piano, guitar, just soft jazz music, or just like R&B music, just throwback jams. Like if I had the money as a business owner, that would be my pitch. I would just have a nice lounge slash bar, but like you sit down, you actually get to talk with people, but you can also enjoy the music and the atmosphere. And it's not like, bottle girls and niggas acting stupid and trying to shoot all the goddamn time. So this past Saturday, I went to this club here and I had some drinks with some friends, and we're kicking it, we're cooling it. And like at this particular club, like it's two outlets. Like you gotta when you get to the club, you gotta walk up this huge flight of steps to get inside, like the top, and that's like the dance floor. Then you got over here you can play pool, and over here you can get like rent out a section, and over here is the door you can go outside to smoke on the balcony, and over here is another door you can go outside to just chill, get fresh air, and smoke on the balcony. So we there, and we went outside to the exit to the left, like just one of my friends, she smoked vapes, whatever. We went outside to get some fresh air so she can smoke a little bit and chill and talk. And it was a white girl to the far left of me. We all talking, but all I hear is her say, "No, because I don't have a nigga." Like she said it just like that, and like she like called herself. She said, "Oop." She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And it's like, what is this about? Because I ain't even gonna look up her name, but she was on TikTok. I'm sure y'all heard of her. If y'all know her name or not, I'm not going to give the bitch no attention. But it was a white woman on TikTok who said, all of my friends who I know who are married, they're all married to broke ass niggas. And she doubled down. She said, "You heard what I said," and she kept saying the N word over and over again, even though she got fired. Like it's like, why are people, specifically white women? I've noticed like lately, it's a lot of white women who are becoming more and more comfortable with just blurting out the N word. That ruined that this past Saturday. Even though again, like I don't like the club, I don't like going to the club. Period. That right there literally ruined the rest of my night, because like now I feel like you're trying me, because I really wanted to body slam her ass, and I know where the bitch work, and I feel like I should go over there. But I'm like, you know what? No, she did say sorry. It's like, because okay, the club, it was like mainly Hispanic people, and then it was like a good number of black people, and then like it was some white people. So it's like we were still outnumbered though. I think she didn't realize like I was like the only black person out there, one or two, and like it was like a bigger space with like more people on the balcony. And I think like she genuinely didn't think that was a black person there. But if I had not been there, she hadn't seen me, she probably would have been like, no big deal. She would have just said nigga and like kept it moving, and nobody around her would have corrected her or like gave her pushback for saying that. And it just goes to show that, like, again, like when you go to again, it's not just the club atmosphere. Like, it's ignorant people everywhere. It's violent people everywhere. Sociopathic people everywhere. Self-centered, attention-seeking, attention-starved people everywhere. But it's like, that just gave me another reason why I don't like going to the club. It's just always some nonsense. And I've been to the club once when I was at Youngstown State University. And this dude, they started brawling. He pulls out a gun. We all got to run for our damn lives. It's like, it's only been a couple of times I go to the club and I had like a good, pure, genuine experience. Like the people were really warm and welcoming. It wasn't no violence. It was no gunplay, and that's rare. I hate the club. It's not for me. And white women need to stop saying the N word.